Hello YouTube, welcome to a Maokai dog jungling game. I'm playing Maokai, playing against Cartus, and this video is basically going to be showcasing how you're playing these dog junglers, basically these tank, low econ junglers that doesn't really need gold and basically just scales off levels. So the first thing, this is something that I do very often, I put ward on raptors. You can get your mid laner to do this as well, especially because Tristana can always get prior against Kiana early, but it's something that I do very often, just for some vision. Just make sure your enemy team doesn't have like really strong level 1 and can trap you. And then I'm starting on top side because I have Ornn top lane, so he will obviously be my weak side. He's also just a tank, he scales with levels, he doesn't really need gold. So we're leaving him alone. And because I'm playing against Cartus, which I know that I can't really solo kill, which is very normal when you're playing a tank jungler, that you don't really go and solo kill enemy jungler on the first jungle rotation. I decided that since he farms faster than me, that I'm just going to outgank him, because Cartus is really good at clearing, but Maokai is really good at ganking. Maokai can also clear 6 camps before Skullercrab comes up, but that wasn't really the plan here. The plan was to go and gank bot lane as soon as possible, but my bot lane ends up just 2v2 killing. So this is very good. So because they now got a double kill 2v2, then I decided to just farm my blue and my wolves and then play into bot scuttle. This is what you're gonna see here. It was actually really int of me because I didn't respect I didn't respect that my Tristana and my bot lane reset, so I shouldn't actually go on the bot scuttle, but I ended up getting it eventually. And then yeah, now my bot lane is obviously rotating right, so this means that we can fight them because they use the summoners. So I'm just going in, and then I basically die. But we end up winning the fight because it's 4v3. Because Cartus was on top side. And then normally what a lot of people will do is that they're gonna go into their top side and then start clearing the jungle camps that they started on. But when you're playing these low econ junglers, you don't really want to farm. You just want to perma gank and get golden levels through stomping a lane. So that is what you're gonna see here. Cartus shows on top side. I'm just moving into bot side here. I take his raptors away from him, and then I realize that this bot lane wave is gonna bounce back eventually. So you'll see me already move in here. I then see that Lux is here, so then I'm waiting. And then I decide, you know what, we can just lane gank instead. Because we know that they don't have vision here, because they put ward here, and since they walk to lane, they haven't been walking up to ward, so at no point is this warded, as you can see. So that's why I'm just walking into lane bush here, and do a lane gank. Then we go in, we kill the Saya. Now she's dead. Quickly remove their vision. Then one of two things can happen. If my bot lane pushes, then we can dive the Lux. But if they leave the wave, then it's still pushing towards us, meaning that I can still sit here and I can just sit and not have to gank and just sit and wait for the wave to slowly but surely push into my bot lane, right? So right now I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here waiting for enemy bot lane to step up so that I can go and gank them again, which is what you're gonna see here. Lux steps up, and I'm like, okay, let's go on it. And then unfortunately I don't get anything here, but just me being there, my presence means that we can kill the Lux. And then this situation I want to dive. Unfortunately it doesn't end up happening, but we zone the Saya off from a few minions, and then we just go... Then we go take Drake, and then I think we reset. Yes. Actually, no, I think we go again here. Yeah, we go again. Because we have Blast Cone up. I go on to the Saya. And then, unfortunately, we can't finish off the Lux. Again, remove their vision. I then want to dive here. So I'm just making sure that Lux cannot leave by going to the left. And then eventually Kai'Sa gets another kill. Sadly not anything that I gained something from. Then here again, this guy, because support is not here, is 4v1. So we just dive him straight up. I'm forced to flash to survive, but we survive. I get a heal from my Lulu, and then we survive. And now we finally base, and then again, same thing. In this situation, you kind of have to think that, okay, you spend so much time on bot side, Karthus most likely have counter jungled you. So that's why I'm not even like bothering going in there to check. And I'm just walking straight into bot again. And this time, wave is again slowly pushing towards us. So eventually I'm gonna go bot lane again and gank the enemy bot. Which is what you're gonna see here. Now they step up. Technically right now, this gank doesn't work because enemy bot lane already got the wave to crash. So they will just back off normally. But the reason why it does end up working is because they're obviously overextending. They're greeding for plating. So I'm just gonna go here. But this is just enemy bot lane being bad and not me being good. And then I just press ulti. Then we end up diving. We get another double kill. Then once again, Saya steps up. So that guy just ends up dying again. Then we get first tower. And then now we lane swap. And the reason why we do this is because we're 11 minutes in. So there's still another 3 minutes of platings to be taken. And we can either lane swap into top or lane swap into mid. And the reason why is because both Qiyana and Gangplank are melee. Gangplank has slightly better wave clear with his barrels, but he's not that strong yet. So for pushing, it's very easy to go mid lane. But we already have Tristana, right, who's really good at pushing. So we don't really need to swap into mid. So then we're gonna go top lane because we can still push into Gangplank because he doesn't one-shot the minions yet. And also because it's very easy to gank him, which is what you're gonna see here. So now I'm just basically following where my Kai'Sa is and saying, okay, wherever Kai'Sa goes, I am following. And it's not about like, oh, I have to go and farm and whatnot, because farm-wise, yes, I'm almost half of Karthus, yes. But gold-wise, yes, I'm down, but my AD carry is up by double here, right? So I'm basically winning through Kai'Sa. And level-wise, I'm only down 1 level because of catch-up XP. So here we kill the Gangplank, and then we start pushing. Again, setting up some vision. Here in this situation, I think actually I end up misplaying, but I also think Lulu could have saved me. I think I should have Q'd first instead of W, and then reset the tower aggro after my Q. That way I think I could have survived, but I think if Lulu ultis and maybe shields me, I don't know if she has it, that then I can survive. But either way, this is worth because I don't have a shutdown, and Qiyana misses the wave, right, and we get to fully push in the wave here. So either way, it was worth, but it was a little bit bad play from me. I shouldn't have used W instantly. So we get, sadly, only 1 plating. And then here, this was a little bit weird of a situation. My bot lane wanted to reset. I think it's because Kai'Sa has a lot of gold and she can get an item. Whereas I actually wanted to keep playing for top for another minute to potentially get like 1, 2, maybe 3 platings extra in the last minute. But Kai'Sa says that, oh, we should play for Drake, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I basically have to go with my Kai'Sa. So I'm just running down to bot lane instead, so that we can play for this Drake. The reason why I don't really want to play for the Drake is because I think the game is going to be over before we get soul. So I think Drakes are irrelevant in this game, because I don't think the game is going to go that long. And then here, Saya is just rage splitting, so we just kill her. And then we plan on playing for the Rift Herald, which spawns right after. This is what you're gonna see now. We get the Rift Herald, and now we want to push again. So here, again, we don't necessarily need to share experience and gold with the Kai'Sa. So I'm just letting Kai'Sa take the tower and all the minions, and then I'm covering, making sure that nobody can kill her from the side. So that's what you're gonna see here. I'm gonna put saplings down, and then I'm just gonna walk into the bot side jungle to make sure that she doesn't get flanked and ends up dying. So I'm essentially just maximizing the amount of experience and gold that Kai'Sa can possibly get. And then we put the Herald down, because I wanted to push even more. Probably should have waited for the next wave. Then we see the Qiyana here. We end up just killing Qiyana. 2 people end up showing up. And we can't really siege against those 2, sadly. So, wasn't the best Herald in the entire world. Should probably have waited for a wave. Lux ends up rage quitting here. And she doesn't come back. And if we press tab, then we can just see, like, Karthus just doesn't have a single winning lane, so eventually he can't even be farming. And experience-wise, we are same XP, and gold-wise, actually now I'm also ahead, very, very slightly. And yeah, then the game basically just ends here, because enemy team surrenders due to the fact that it's 4v5. But even if it was 5v5, the game is basically over. Like, we have a 10k gold lead at 17 minutes. So this is essentially how you want to play these dog junglers that are just tanky, low econ, who can gank early, who has the ability to set up themselves with CC. You basically just figure out the lane that you should be ganking. Most of the time that will be bot lane. And then you basically want to play for bot lane, cover for bot lane, not really care too much about farming. Make sure that whatever happens, you win that bot lane. And then, however fed enemy jungler is, you most likely will end up being stronger together with your bot lane compared to their jungler and whoever their other fed laner might be, top or mid. And then you win the game that way. So, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. If you have any questions, then leave it in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. See you guys.